Ryan Smith knew he was destined for greatness. He would succeed in his endeavors, marry a very beautiful wife, start a family with her, and be the talk of the town or country for his prowess in a business he had come to love. But what he never saw coming was that he and his family would die at the hands of a 19-year-old too quickly and too tragically. This is the story of the case of the Smith family and how unfortunate events happen when we least expect it. This gripping true crime documentary will delve into the mysterious events that unfolded on the 7th of July 2018 in the Khada Gorge of the Dusheti region in eastern Georgia, where a family's idyllic life took a harrowing turn. Uncover the secrets, lies, and dark motives that led to a shocking and devastating incident, leaving the world in utter shock and disbelief. Smith, born in 1975 in San Diego, California, USA, displayed an innate sense of adventure from a tender age. His passion for exploration, fueled by an insatiable curiosity to immerse himself in diverse cultures, languages, and traditions, eventually led him to make a pivotal decision. At the age of 27, he embarked on a journey that would alter the course of his life. In 2002, armed with little more than a backpack and boundless dreams, Ryan ventured to the distant shores of Azerbaijan, one of the countries that once belonged to the vast expanse of the Soviet Union. Situated at the confluence of the Caspian Sea and the imposing Caucasus Mountains, Azerbaijan's strategic location as the bridge between Eastern Europe and Western Asia made it the ideal starting point for his global odyssey. Ryan chose Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, as his first destination. It was here that he delved headfirst into the local culture and language, documenting his experiences on his web portal. During this period, he found employment at a bustling carpet market within the confines of a historic walled city. This fortuitous position introduced him to one of the region's most treasured and time-honored crafts. The art of crafting carpets passed down through generations stood as a testament to a tradition on the verge of fading into obscurity. The exquisite beauty of these hand-woven creations left an indelible mark on the young adventurer's heart, planting the seed of an entrepreneurial idea. In December 2005, Ryan returned to the United States, determined to lay the foundations of his vision. While on American soil, fate intervened in the form of Laura Joy, an enchanting teacher who shared his passion for travel and foreign cultures. Their connection deepened, leading to an engagement and eventual marriage. Laura, a supportive partner, embraced Ryan's adventurous spirit wholeheartedly. In 2011, the couple set out to explore the former Soviet Republic of Georgia, a neighbor to Azerbaijan. In the picturesque city of Marneuli, they exchanged vows, and their shared aspiration to revive the age-old tradition of handmade carpet weaving gained momentum. Their family expanded with the arrival of their son, Caleb, in 2014. Simultaneously, Ryan and Laura tirelessly worked towards realizing their long-cherished dream of establishing a traditional carpet-weaving enterprise, breathing new life into an age-old craft. The project, initiated by an American, utilizing traditional Azerbaijani techniques, yielded products of exceptional quality that could command prices exceeding $1,000 on the international market. Meanwhile, Laura diligently pursued her career as an English teacher at a local public school. Simultaneously, her husband Ryan embarked on a quest through the picturesque villages of the region in search of skilled weavers willing to collaborate. To his surprise, Ryan encountered a scarcity of masters employing traditional methods. Some initial recruits hesitated to participate, citing disagreements with the offered prices, while others expressed uncertainty about their ability to meet the brand's exacting standards. Ryan documented his journey on his blog, recounting the 4 days he spent in Kosala, where he eventually discovered artisans keen to engage in his project. Ryan's vision extended beyond mere profit or the preservation of an ancient culture. He also aimed to act as a catalyst for positive change. He sought to empower women in rural areas versed in ancient weaving techniques by providing them with an opportunity to revive this venerable craft and, in turn, support their families. Over time, Ryan and Laura Smith earned the respect and admiration of the local community. They seamlessly integrated into a city with no more than 20,000 population, becoming celebrated figures. Laura, in her role as an educator, formed lasting bonds with the residents, while Ryan, through his tireless promotion of ancient carpet weaving culture, garnered immense respect. The Smiths were viewed as benevolent souls, always ready to extend a helping hand to those in need. They became trusted confidants, and the local populace regarded them as kind and honorable individuals to whom they could turn for assistance. The couple became so deeply immersed in local traditions and culture that in 2012, they took the significant step of applying for citizenship in both the United States and Georgia. Rumors also had it that the Smiths had planned to fund the construction of a kindergarten complete with a playground, all from their resources. This was a testament to their commitment to the community's welfare. During this period, they believed they had finally found a place to call home, with a bright future ahead. However, tragedy struck unexpectedly, shattering their dreams and plans in the most harrowing manner imaginable. In July 2018, 43-year-old Ryan and 42-year-old Laura embarked on a planned getaway with their young son Caleb, seeking respite from their daily routine. Laura had confided in her friend Sabina Talibuba on Wednesday, July 4th, outlining their intentions to escape to the mountains for a 2-day vacation. Their destination was a secluded, picturesque spot nestled near the Godori Mountains, renowned for its enchanting trails, serene waterfalls, and breathtaking gorges. A perfect setting for peaceful strolls and idyllic picnics in the lap of nature. However, what should have been a tranquil escape turned into the Smith family's darkest nightmare. Ryan and Laura were determined to ensure their safety in the mountainous terrain, not wishing to get lost, especially with their young son in tow. They also sought to make the journey as comfortable as possible for Caleb. To address these concerns, they sought the assistance of a local shepherd, Malkaz Kobauri. Though Malkaz didn't reside in the immediate area, his intimate knowledge of the region, despite his youthful age of 19, came from his daily travels and the care of herds of sheep and goats. His calm demeanor and positive reputation among the locals led the Smith family to hire him as their guide. However, it wasn't long into their mountain expedition that the Smiths discovered Malkaz's sinister intentions and hidden agenda. As later investigations revealed, the group ventured into the mountains, setting up camp near a pristine spring to enjoy a refreshing meal and quench their thirst amid the summer heat. At some point, Ryan became uneasy about Malkaz's handling of the firearm he carried. This unease escalated into a heated argument between the two men. In a shocking turn of events, Malkaz, against all expectations, aimed the gun at Ryan, fatally shooting him in the head. He then fired another shot into Ryan's back. Laura's horrified screams and Caleb's cries were muffled by the echoes of gunfire that reverberated through the mountains. But the horror was far from over. Despite Laura's desperate pleas, Malkaz pointed the gun at Caleb's innocent head and fired at point-blank range. Fear-stricken and struggling to comprehend the horrific ordeal before her, Laura was momentarily paralyzed. It wasn't until she met Malkaz's cold, calculating gaze that she realized his true intentions. Instinctively, driven by self-preservation, Laura fled with all her might to evade the grim fate of her husband and son. However, as she reached the precipice of a waterfall cliff, she found herself trapped with no means of escape. There, she faced the full force of Malkaz's brutality as he used his weapon to coerce her into compliance, ultimately pushing her over the edge of the cliff. Laura's lifeless body came to rest on the banks of the waterfall, marking the horrifying conclusion to this tragic tale, as subsequent investigations would uncover. Malkaz, in an attempt to cover up his heinous crimes, took Caleb's lifeless body and buried it in an isolated location, along with the murder weapon. He then returned to the village, seemingly unaffected by the atrocities he had committed. 3 days passed this couple's initial planned time of arrival, and this fueled Sabina's growing concern. Her calls to Ryan and Laura went unanswered, bringing much worry among their friends and acquaintances. On July 6th, Sabina alerted the Center for Rapid Response and Emergency Situations to the potential disappearance of the American Georgian family in the mountains. A team of 15 rescuers hurried to the presumed location. Upon arrival, the rescuers discovered Laura's belongings and car, but a chilling sight awaited them further along the route. A lifeless body lay at the base of a waterfall. Disturbed by this discovery, they intensified their search efforts, uncovering another corpse approximately 800 meters away. The sweltering summer heat hastened decomposition, initially masking signs of violence per Georgia's criminal code. An investigation commenced, yet the fate of the couple's child remained a mystery. After 3 torturous days, investigators unraveled the baby's fate. Malkaz, the last person reportedly seen with the family, was detained and eventually disclosed the location of Caleb's burial, along with the murder weapon. A rookie mistake, perhaps. Georgian police took Malkaz Kobauri into custody, charging him with the Smith family's murder. The shockwaves reverberated through Georgia, particularly in Marneuli and the community of weavers. The American consulate expressed deep concern, prompting FBI involvement in the investigation. On July 11, 2018, the Tbilisi Municipal Court decided to remand Malkaz in custody, despite his initial plea of not guilty. The shepherd claimed that the true culprits of the family's murder were 2 foreigners who arrived in a black car. Allegedly, these individuals threatened Malkaz and his family, sparing his life under the condition that he remained silent about the triple murder. Violence against Laura was vehemently denied by Malkaz's lawyer, who argued that the young man was not capable of such actions, as he was a virgin. However, mounting evidence began to point to Malkaz's guilt. The most compelling evidence came from the autopsy reports, which revealed 2 gunshot wounds in Ryan's body, one in the head and one in the back. Caleb had been shot at point-blank range in the head. Laura's autopsy confirmed signs of violence against her, and DNA tests matched biological material found on her body and underwear to Malka's. Additionally, the DNA of both Ryan and Malka's was found on the murder weapon. Technical examination of the victims and Malka's phones conducted by the FBI revealed images of Laura's lifeless body at the waterfall in Malka's phone. He had even shown these images to several acquaintances, claiming he had stumbled upon a corpse while walking in the area. Moreover, investigators discovered in Malka's phone search history visits to intimate websites in the days leading up to the incident. Collectively, this mounting evidence pointed to Malka's premeditated motives, suggesting his interest in Laura. His actions were deemed deliberate from the moment the Smith family first contacted him about the trip. Following the release of the autopsy results, Malka's lawyer, David, resigned, stating principles as the reason for his withdrawal from the case. He was replaced by another attorney who continued to assert Malka's innocence and filed a motion to retract his previous confession. Malka's mother, Mariana, echoed these sentiments, supporting her son and agreeing with the lawyer's assertion that police pressure may have forced Malka's into a false confession. Nonetheless, on November 9, 2018, Malka's was charged with the murder of 3 members of the Smith family, along with additional charges of violence against Laura. A psychological examination confirmed Malka's sanity and readiness for trial. The pre-trial detention term expired on April 9, 2019, but the prosecutor maintained that they possessed compelling evidence of Malka's guilt and promised justice for this heinous crime. On March 25, 2019, a panel of 12 judges unanimously found Malka's guilty of premeditated murder with extreme cruelty of more than 2 individuals. The court determined that he had committed premeditated murder to conceal another crime, intimate assault. On March 27, 2019, the district court judge sentenced Malka's to life imprisonment. The verdict was met with protests from the suspect's relatives, who considered the life sentence unfair. In contrast, friends and relatives of the Smith family found relief in the sentence. Defense lawyers announced their intention to appeal the verdict on the grounds of alleged procedural violations. The U.S. consul in Georgia acknowledged that the verdict had provided justice for the Smith family, noting that the evidence left no doubt about Malka's guilt. Since their arrival in Georgia, Ryan and Laura Smith had earned the love and respect of Marneuli's residents. Their brutal murder deeply affected the community they had chosen as their home. The community project initiated by Ryan not only revived an ancient tradition, but also provided many women with a source of income and stability. The loss of the Smiths plunged dozens of women aspiring to run successful businesses into sadness and uncertainty. Shortly after the tragic events that claimed the lives of the founders, foreign investors stepped in to revive the project, supporting Ryan's vision and offering opportunities to local craftsmen. Ryan and Laura left behind a world they knew in the West in search of cultural treasures.